Since we are now at the network level, let's move back to ACI. Our e-commerce application is running on top of a multi-pod ACI network deployment, as it is running in different data centers, and we are using a Citrix load balancer to distribute the application seamlessly to our users. It is being currently deployed on multiple hypervisors and environments, such as VMware, Hyper-V, Red Hat, VMware on Pod 2, and even containers on top of Cisco Container Platform. All those environments are running just fine, since we can see the NetScaler load balancer reporting everything in a green status, and ping to the virtual IP is constantly responding. People can purchase online without restrictions at this point, and our boss is happy since the whole network is integrated through a single pane of glass, using ACI in this case. However, somebody new from the networking team comes at night, and he thinks it's a good idea to completely delete the application profile. This is equivalent to doing a write erase reload on pretty much every single switch in your network, which would not only delete the whole network configuration from each switch, as you can now see, but also immediately stop communication to the application on all servers, making all sort of red lights come up on the Citrix Load Balancer UI. The business is down, and it is very easy to blame it on the network every time. If this was your traditional network, where would you start troubleshooting? VMware, Hyper-V, the physical network, then on which switch and which data center? I think that the best troubleshooting is no troubleshooting at all, and that is exactly what ACI does, by performing immediate reactive recovery through the feature called snapshot and rollback. ACI can take a snapshot of your environment, either automatically or manually, both at the global configuration level or on a per tenant basis. In this case, the ACI admin had created a snapshot called ACI Save My Job, which we can now roll back to, and then, in just a matter of seconds, all configuration in every switch and pod is back. No questions asked, no troubleshooting made. Probably somebody will now find out who did what and how, but in the meantime, the business is back up and we successfully minimize downtime. Now, it's not always the network the one to blame, right? What if somebody deleted an entire VM and its disk? Or if the database got corrupted? Most of the time, the solution to this issue would be to recover from the latest backup, which may take hours, since it may require to restore the whole data store, and data transfer from the backup infrastructure to production storage, whether traditional, converged, or hyper-converged, will always be constrained by bandwidth, especially for high-volume data. In our case, we have the VMware-based web server called SEVT Web and Pod 5 running on top of HyperFlex, which is currently being backed up by Veeam running on top of a Cisco UCS S-Series server and leveraging HyperFlex ready clones as part of Veeam backup integration. Let's go ahead and delete the SEVT Web and Pod 5 VM from vCenter along with its entire disk, simulating a failure. We immediately see the red light coming up on the Citrix NetScaler dashboard, indicating our web server cluster has reduced its capacity by 1. We need to recover the server as soon as possible, and instead of waiting for the latest backup to get fully transferred from the backup server to our active storage, in this case HyperFlex, we can leverage the best of Veeam's integration by using instant recovery, which allows the UCS S-Series server to present itself as the main storage on vCenter, registering the VM automatically and making it available in just a matter of seconds. Then, as a background process, and while that VM is up, I can also migrate all the needed files from that VM or even data store to the HyperFlex production storage, which will be totally seamless to the user, switching storage access from the UCS S-Series to HyperFlex once the transfer is ready. As you can now see, the Citrix NetScaler dashboard shows our web service working at full capacity again, and we are back in business. As a summary for this section, we just deleted the whole network configuration from an application profile within a tenant on ACI and got back in seconds, and even removed an entire VM and its disk and recover quickly as well using Veeam Instant Recovery with its HyperFlex native integration. This provides you with immediate reactive recovery at all levels, network, compute, and storage, considerably reducing time spent in troubleshooting. It is great to have tools that allow me to react faster and minimize downtime as issues emerge. However, wouldn't it be better to prevent those issues from happening at all? In the following section, now we will transition our operational model from reactive to proactive.